What is that one major change that shook your world? The kind that left you questioning everything.
Yet somehow, it became the turning point of your life. Are you grateful for it today?
In this journey, we step into the valley of dry bones from Ezekiel chapter 37, a vision of lifelessness transformed into purpose. Just as bones rise and breathe again, change management breathes life into stagnant systems, broken workflows, and discouraged teams. Watch as strategy, faith, and leadership converge to show how transformation is possible when vision, structure, and empowerment align. This is not just biblical imagery. It is a roadmap for resilience, renewal, and sustainable
The hand of the
impact.
Lord was on me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, "Son of man, can these bones live?" I said, "Sovereign Lord, you alone know." Then he said to me, "Prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you, and make flesh come upon you, and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord." So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I was prophesying there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, "Prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of man, and say to it, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. Come, breath from the four winds, and breathe into these slain, that they may live." So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet. Then he said to me, "A vast army. These bones are the people of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord, when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord. Welcome. We're exploring powerful lessons from Ezekiel chapter 37 and how they apply to effective change management today. Ezekiel chapter 37 tells the story of the Valley of Dry Bones, a vivid metaphor for restoration and transformation in the face of utter despair. The image of dry bones represents situations that seem entirely lifeless, hopeless, and beyond repair. It's a powerful starting point for understanding significant change. We can draw parallels between this ancient story and modern change management principles, focusing on vision, hope, structure, and empowerment. Just as Ezekiel was commanded to prophesy to the bones, change leaders must communicate a clear vision. Teams need to hear and see the purpose behind the change, speaking life into what seems dead. This is the change leader's role, casting a bold vision for revival and communicating expected outcomes clearly. For change to take root, teams must clearly understand the quote. A strong vision ensures that people are not just following instructions, but internalizing the purpose of the transformation. The Valley of Dry Bones symbolized utter hopelessness, yet the vision offered a promise of restoration. This teaches us about resilience in change. When projects stall and morale is low, the change leader must be the source of hope, showing that revival is not only possible but imminent. Instill confidence by highlighting small wins, clarifying the path forward, and reminding the team of the end goal, transforming low morale into renewed momentum. The transformation of the dry bones was gradual, not instantaneous. This underscores the need for structured, phased approaches in change management. The bones came together bit by bit, first bone to bone, then sinews, then flesh. Change is an iterative process that must be approached in manageable stages. Successful change requires structured phases, careful planning, aligned execution, and continuous reinforcement to rebuild momentum sustainably. Life only returned to the army when breath, or the spirit, entered the body. This is the parallel to empowering teams in our projects. Processes and strategies remain lifeless without the full engagement and motivation of the people implementing them. Empowerment means providing the necessary training, motivation, and ownership so that team members can breathe life into the new processes. Ezekiel didn't transform the bones himself. He acted as a channel. Project managers fulfill a similar role, enabling transformation. Project managers are change agents, guiding teams through uncertainty and facilitating the process rather than forcing the outcome. Effective leadership means aligning the team with strategic goals and ensuring continuous monitoring, adaptation, and feedback loops for lasting renewal. Now, let's translate these spiritual lessons into practical steps you can take in your daily change leadership. If you hit stagnation, don't stop. Revisit the initial vision, communicate it clearly and boldly, and execute the next step with renewed confidence. Break down revival into manageable phases. Focus on empowerment. Training, motivation, and ownership are the breath that sustains long-term change. Welcome to my story, a journey of divine transformation from humble beginnings to a life of purpose. I'm incredibly grateful for this breathtaking journey of transformation that has shaped who I am today. My journey began near the slopes of Mount Elgon, a place of profound simplicity and promise. My childhood was surrounded by simplicity, yet filled with the promise of a greater future. This transformation was a process, a beautiful, deliberate journey of growth and change. I am grateful to have become the great woman of God I am today, walking in His light and strength. I am walking boldly in the purpose He set out for me, with unwavering faith. Every step, every success was not by my own strength, but by His divine and loving guidance. I've navigated through the valleys and climbed the mountains, knowing His direction was always leading the way. My life story is a testament, a living proof that when God directs your path, fulfillment is assured. Even the smallest beginnings can rise into a powerful legacy of impact and purpose. I am grateful for this life of faith and fulfillment. Thank you for walking this journey with me.